Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's Adam. Thanks for hanging out with me again today. So, unfortunately, I'm recording something I've already recorded again. And if you've seen a video like this before, well, that's because I've done it twice. I recorded basically both builds and lost it. I lost the footage. I don't know what happened. I don't know whether I accidentally deleted it, I lost the SD card that had it on there, or was just a complete ding-dong and recorded two separate videos without turning the camera on. I don't think I'm that bad yet. I think I just lost it. Anyway, we built another DTO3. So this is the Racing Fighter buggy, built on a DTO3 chassis. For the longest time, it was very hard to find this in a kit. You could find it in the Expert Built series, but it was hard to find it in the kit. So a friend of mine highly recommended that I should get one. So I took a look, and lo and behold, A-Main had them in stock. And I would recommend looking at this on A-Main. I think Tower Hobbies also has it in stock, but I think Tower Hobbies is like $20-ish more right now than they are at A-Main. If you're interested in getting one, check out A-Main. I think they probably have one of the best prices around. But it is an identical twin to the Neo Fighter. So same buggy, same chassis, same overall everything. Biggest difference is bodies are different, front tires are different. Yeah, that's it. Wing is slightly different. This one has a much bigger overall wing. Yeah, so overall this wing is just a little bit wider, tiny bit deeper, and obviously the sides are designed to be way different on this one than this one. I like this one. It seems to be just more low profile. They're, basically the same height. This one sits up a little bit higher. It's just this one looks a little bit sleeker. Built it up completely stock. Only thing I did was I did put full bearings in the whole thing. Comes with a torque tune motor, so that's what we ran with it. Differences aren't a whole lot. Biggest difference is the front tires. On the Neo Fighter, the Neo Fighter buggy, it comes with the smoother, wider front tires, and these come with the taller, skinnier, sharper tires. So much like the difference between the Sand Viper and the Holiday buggy, the Sand Viper comes with the wider, smoother tires, and the Holiday buggy comes with the sharper, skinnier tires. But I think these will actually do pretty well on the track. With those sharp edges, it should dig down into the sand and actually get more grip. But the wider tires, you do have more of a footprint, so we'll have to see. I know I love driving this one on the track, so I am sure this one is not going to be any different. Suspension-wise, I think I have them set up just about the same. Two spacers. So I do have a little bit more spring spacer in this one than I do in this one, and I'm going to have to put some more spring spacer in this one because, you bottom it out and it only rebounds up to where there's, half an inch of ground clearance, to where this one you rebound it up and it comes all the way up to full ride height. So we'll have to put some more spring spacers in this one just to keep the rear end jacked up a little bit higher so it's not just scooting, dragging its butt all the way around the track and destroying the chassis. But overall, these are super, super great buggies. I think I picked this up from A-Main for about $125, which you get an upgraded motor, you get oil-filled shocks, and a very decent performing buggy right out of the box. It has fixed upper arms on both ends, so your camber is set. Toe end you can adjust up front. Rear is just set. But this one drives super well, so I'm sure this one will do no different. It should be a very good performing buggy, and it works really well with that torque tune motor. Especially on my track, it has enough power to get the rear end around if you want it to, but it's not always trying to throw the rear end around. So it's kind of a nice little middle ground of power and not too much power. So as far as finishing the buggies, it's a yin-yang. This one is two color, so you do have to, I did tape off the top of the buggy, sprayed the pink on first, then pulled the taping off and everything, sprayed the white on. This one is just, blast the body on, you got to mask off the windows, on this one, to where this one just has the window decals. This one you just spray balm the whole body orange, and then the wing is just PS5 black. Decals, way different. This one is the biggest decal is the No Guts, No Glory, and it's kind of cockeyed anyway, so it really doesn't matter if you put it on dead straight or not. It'll still look good. The Frog Racing, it's pretty easy to get on. Overall, these are just a lot smaller, easy to apply, and kind of stick them wherever you really feel like stickers. You can follow the instructions, which pretty much I did, but overall, fairly easy to put on. These are much more technical stickers, and there's a lot of overlaps and lining things up. So this whole front section here is actually one lower and one upper decal, and you have to get the lower one on first and then lay the upper one over top of it, getting all of these lines lined up, and then get that started. And you have to kind of work it around because there are recesses, and fold it over the top of the body. Then you have two pieces that fold over in this little indentation part. The front is 3 little tiny carbon fiber looking stickers. The sides, you have one big swooshy sticker and then 2 small swooshy stickers. And these I actually put on a little bit too far forward, but it looks great. The Racing Fighter, just as long as you kind of center it up and get it reasonably straight, that one's fairly easy. But overall, just a little bit more technical with the decals on this one than this one, and obviously you have to tape off the windows, so you have clear windows on this one. As far as the build goes, I love these. They're fairly simple, easy to follow instructions. The only thing that differs from the instructions to real world is this comes with the Hobby Wing 1060 ESC. So if you get the ESC in here just right, and that switch has just enough wire to stretch over, and you can use a little bit of double-sided tape and stick it down and put the nubbin of the switch right into the factory hole, and you can reach in and turn it on and turn it off pretty easily. You just have to remember that it's just double-sided taped in there, so you just can't cram on it and be aggressive with it. You just have to remember, okay, it's double-sided tape in it, gently turn it on and gently turn it off. So one improvement over this buggy to this buggy, and it's a minor thing, but makes kind of a big difference. On this one, you have the big aluminum washers to hold the wing down. This one, you're just relying on 2 tiny screws and 2 tiny washers, so you get about 3-4 times the surface area of each of these versus this with the little tiny washers on there. So this wing is probably going to get damaged long before this one does. Now what I did do, and let me see if I can get it on camera, across the wing I put a tiny strip of Lexan off the scraps of the body, drilled 2 holes in it, and just laid that down on top to give it a little bit more clamping pressure to the wing. So the outsides of the wing can move, but this inside area where it's down shouldn't fold over as easily, because the problem with these is if it takes a good crash, this whole thing will fold over and it'll get creased, and you'll bend it back and then it'll just kind of crease until it snaps. Overall, I haven't had too much problem with this one, but I know eventually it probably will. So I probably will go ahead and put another piece of Lexan on there just to, act as a down clamp on that. There's nothing else to do. I'm going to get some pictures of this guy before we get it out on the track and get scratches on it. I know it will. But we'll get some pictures of it. I'll put those up, and then we'll head out to the track and run it around for a few laps. It's going to drive pretty much just like this one does, so shouldn't be any shockers, but we'll take it out there, get some laps on there. Anyway, guys, sorry it's kind of a jumbled up mess, but, it was a whole lot better the first time I recorded it. Anyway, guys, everybody out there, you guys be happy, be healthy, be safe, and I will catch you on the next one. See you.